Algebra's Angels.
Oh, so much fun.
I know.
Any new comments?
Yeah, well, there's one from Jumathi.
Oh, it's a game.
Don't!
What? Where are we?
I told you not to press the button.
Well, I didn't know this would happen.
Look at yourself. What's going on?
Well, look at you, cowgirl. What's that sound?
It doesn't sound good.
I think I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna die. This is how I go.
I seem to have a lot of endurance.
What is this?
I don't know.
What's in my pocket? What is this?
I don't know. Let's see. Dr. Heather Hummingbird?
What, are we like in the game?
You're a doctor?
What, that's believable.
Yeah, real believable.
Well, who are you?
Kate Spurhill.
What's that?
I don't know. It just says awesome.
Well, are we just like stuck here?
Oh, wait, there's more.
If you wish to leave the game, solve 9 levels and call out my name. What name?
Level 1, time started.
You gotta help us! All right, well, I guess I'll solve 1A this way. I see a bunch of different denominators, 4x and 4. So let's find a least common denominator, 4x. All right, now I'm gonna make sure all my denominators match up. So this first denominator is gonna need x divided by x. Then the second denominator is gonna need 4 divided by 4. And then that third denominator is gonna need x divided by x again. That way they all have a least common denominator of 4x. So the left fraction I was able to bring together, x squared minus 12, all divided by that least common denominator of 4x equals x divided by 4x. Well, if I start to solve for x here, I could multiply by 4x on one side. You know, whatever I do to one side, I have to do the other. My denominators are going to divide away. So I guess it would just make sense for me to say, once I have that least common denominator on both sides of my equation, I can just drop my least common denominator and get x squared minus 12 equals x. Well, that's a quadratic. I can solve it. Get my x over to the other side. X squared minus x minus 12 equals 0. Factor and solve. After I factor, I get x equals 4 and x equals negative 3. Well, great. You gotta solve the other one.
Okay, but caution, you can only use this method for equations. It's very similar, so we need the LCD. What's the LCD? 4x. We're gonna multiply both sides of the equation by 4x. Here's the tricky part. You have to remember to multiply 4x into all of the terms. All right, now that we've distributed the 4x throughout all terms and written it down, let's see what divides out from each term. Well, look at that. We're at the exact same place we got to using the other method, but once again, be cautious with this method.
We're only allowed to use it on equations because whatever we multiply to one side, we multiplied to the other.
Okay, let's give it a try.
We're in level 2.
Only one of the terms has a denominator and it's x, so my least common denominator is x. We're gonna multiply x by x divided by x.
Because the denominator there is 1 and we're trying to get a common denominator.
And then negative 5 by x divided by x. Let's combine and verify we have the same denominator on both sides of the equation. Same denominator, so we can multiply it out. Now we're left with x squared plus 6 equals negative 5x, and you know what to do. Finish it up, come back and check. X equals negative 2 and negative 3.
Let's try it. Another level. looking at this one, I'm gonna start it the same way. Find that least common denominator first. What's it gonna be? 12. Okay, so now I'm gonna multiply by what each fraction needs so I can have that least common denominator across the entire equation. So that first denominator, what's it gonna need? Well, it needs a 3. So I'm gonna multiply by 3 over 3. Second one, 4. So multiply by 4 over 4. What's that 7 over 1 need? The whole 12. So multiply that one by 12 over 12. So now I have that least common denominator across the entire equation. So I can just multiply it out and get 15 plus 4x equals 84. Solve it. X equals 69/4.
Level 4. Good job, Heather.
Whew. Okay, so we're seeing a rhythm with these problems. First, we find the least common denominator. Then we multiply through to get that least common denominator across the entire equation, multiply it out, and solve. Ooh, look at this next one. We have a binomial, x plus 3 in the denominator. Well, what's my least common denominator? X plus 3. That first term's gonna need the entire x plus 3. 5 divided by x plus 3, it already has the least common denominator. And then 7's gonna need the x plus 3 as well. We better be careful here. We've got x plus 3 times 3 for that first value. And then I have a minus 5 all over that least common denominator of x plus 3 equals 7 times x plus 3 divided by x plus 3. Well, now that my denominators match up, I know those are gonna multiply out, so I just need to focus on those numerators so that I can solve.
Distribute, distribute.
3x plus 9 minus 5 equals 7x plus 21. I didn't write that denominator anymore because I know I just multiply it out. Pause, finish solving. Spurhill, are you ready to plug this in? X
Okay.
equals negative 17/4.
Level 5. Oh no, there's a message. They said a medical consult is needed.
Uh-oh, you're gonna have to take this next one.
Okay. X plus 5 equals 6 divided by x. LCD is x. Okay, you solve, I'll solve, and then we'll check before we enter the answer.
Oh, man, those denominators definitely needed medical assistance.
Whew. All right, ready to go? We've solved this and we got negative 6 and 1.
Whew. Yes, we've cleared the level. Level 6. Now we look at these denominators and I can't tell what the least common denominator is yet. I better factor first. As I try to identify the least common denominator for this one, I look at that first denominator, I know I'm gonna need an x minus 3. I look at the second one, I have an x plus 3, okay.
And the third one has both.
So we're set. Now, what does the first denominator need from the least common denominator?
X plus 3 divided by x plus 3.
What's the second denominator need?
X minus 3 divided by x minus 3.
And the third?
It doesn't need anything. It already has the LCD.
Okay, gonna be extra cautious here as I pull these together.
Distribute, distribute.
2 times x plus 3 minus 4 times x minus 3.
Watch that minus.
All divided by that least common denominator. Let's distribute and solve. Watch out for that minus sign. Look at that numerator. When I distributed that negative 4, notice I got negative 4x plus 12. Then I dropped my denominator because it was the least common denominator. I knew it was going to multiply out. Solved the equation, got x equals 5. Kate, try x equals 5.
Man, we're getting good at this. Level success! Oh, black screen. It says something's gonna happen.
My pencil! My pencil's gone. You guys are gonna have to do this one. All right, Spurhill, we gotta go find that pencil.
Okay, Hummingbird. Woo! I found it! Okay, wow, guys, good job so far. Okay, we just need to factor now. We can do it. I know that decimal looks hard, but we got this. Whew, Hummingbird, I was a little worried when I saw that 1.5, but then I was going crisscross method and I just thought, okay, 1.5 times 1, give it a try. And then I could do 2 times 2 for 4 or 4 times 1. I thought I'd see if I get lucky. Alrighty, 1 times 1.5, 1.5, and 4 times 1, 4, 5.5x. I got it. And then they're both minuses because the middle term is negative. Okay, 4x minus 5 equals 0, x minus 1 equals 0. Heather, what's 1.5 divided by 4?
0.375.
Okay, and x equals 1. Go. Did we get it?
It's saying it's wrong.
What? What could be wrong? Oh, we have to check for extraneous. Look at that. Look at the denominator.
Oh, we have an x minus 1, so x can't equal 1.
Because thou shalt not.
Divide by 0.
Okay, I think we got it now.
Yes! We made it through level 8. Only one more to go after that. Level 8. Okay, we're gonna need to find the least common denominator here. You better factor and find me the LCD. Check your least common denominator. I knew I would need that 2x minus 1 from the first denominator, and the second denominator had an x plus 1 that I didn't have quite yet. Now I can multiply by that created form of 1 and solve for that numerator. Look at that, I got x equals 5, but I don't want to make a mistake again. Let's make sure this isn't extraneous. Check those denominators. We're good. Plug it in 5, plug in 5.
Oh, it's getting late. Yes! Level 9!
Level 9, last one. Okay, we're really in a time crunch here. We got a fraction equals a fraction. Should we cross multiply?
But let's be careful. We can only use this when it's a fraction equal to a fraction.
Okay, so you cross multiplied. You got 20 equals 2x squared minus 3x. Now you're moving that 20 so you can solve this quadratic. You can do it! That doesn't work, that doesn't work. Come on.
Okay, we gotta be quick.
You need to add to a negative. What are you gonna do?
Okay, so that means the bigger product needs to be negative. So the 8 needs to be negative, therefore it needs to be negative 4. X equals negative 5 halves, X equals 4. We passed the level! Why are we
Still here.
What did it say?
If you wish to leave the game, solve 9 levels and call out my name.
Jumathi!